L.A.R. movement still moving. What's it? Happy Labor Day, right? Happy Labor Day. I'll put the thumbnail up later, but the title is, doing dysfunction, you know, to go viral. And all of this stuff I've seen today in the last 2 hours is just crazy. So I saw what's up. So I just saw the Brittany Renner thing with her filming exchanges with her child's father, and that is so typical. That is drama. What's up with it? I saw the thing with Lil Woody, and I hope he's okay. I don't know what happened to him, but he was out cold or whatever. I saw the thing with Young Thug. There's a bunch of things with Young Thugs now. It's crazy. I saw the thing with Shannon Sharp. Not Shannon Sharp responding to the comment of Ray Lewis on that other show. What up, Damon? So, but it started to make my wheels turn, and I'm like, wait a minute. People are doing this knowing it's gonna go viral because people are out of pocket. Now, excuse me, with the Brittany Renner thing, right? it's typical bad behavior. Somebody comes to pick up a kid, you start an argument. You film the argument, act like the baby don't like you, the baby this, the baby, you need to do what I want you to do to make the baby okay. And it's like, whatever. It's people have seen it a million times. And the people filming it, Brittany Renner, her family, y'all look stupid. Now, here's the worst part. Then you wasn't making these videos when you was a fake Muslim messing with Kevin Gates. Like when you was faking like you was into the Quran and you was faking like you was into Allah, you wasn't making these crazy videos. You get what I'm saying? That's the issue. That man had a whole lot of peace of mind when he could just not deal with your shenanigans, right? And now he married, pulling up in a nice whip. You're like, that could have been my car if I'd have been married. It's like, whatever. But this filming this dysfunction, and it's gonna go, and it's gonna go viral. To me, at a point, it's like everything is good press. Bad news is good press. Good news is good press. Dysfunction is good press. And you see this over and over and over again. So the other thing, and I'm gonna pivot a little bit because I'm gonna bring up a bunch of different things. When I saw the thing with Young Thug, I saw a couple of clips of Young Thug and Young Thug's conversations, and how Young Thug is a rat and yada yada yada, and I'm like, the issue that I've seen, I don't care what he said. I don't care about none of that fake wannabe street stuff. I really don't. But then I started saying, well, how you got all of these people taping your conversations, G? Like, how all of these conversations just popping up on the internet? Either you did it, or the people you around really don't like you to have all of these conversations on the internet. So it's like, okay. So, and people like, is it, because everybody knows that when it comes to rappers being rats, that sounds nice, but if the music hitting, don't nobody care. those days about being real are completely over. But how you have it looked like I didn't listen to 4, 5 conversations about different people, and they're all recorded. Like, man, who you talking to? Whack 100? Like, how you do this? So to me, it's like, okay, this is going viral. This is promotion, right? This got to be marketing. This got to be promotion, or or it's gonna be used as marketing and promotion, because it don't make sense. It don't make no sense whatsoever. And it starts to be a recurring theme. Like, okay, I could bring some attention to myself. Like, I saw the thing using the Young Thug thing, and I saw the thing with Lil Woody. I don't know what happened. He got shot, fell off a bike, got knocked out. I don't know. But when I saw it, I was like, man, I hope he's all right. And then I looked at the comments and I was like, trying to see if he was okay, right? And then it was like, is he dead? And then people go, yeah. And then people go, no, he just this, that. And it's like, wait a minute. Y'all don't care about this dude life or nothing. Like, y'all want him to die so you can get some views, some followers, go viral. It's like, man, this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. It's hella ridiculous. And I say that because I don't necessarily know where social media is gonna go in the future, but I know it's probably not gonna be a good place. Cause like when I saw the Ray Lewis thing with Patrick Beck David, like somebody could have told Ray Lewis, Patrick Beck David is like a racism he don't like black people, and anything to get black people to get at each other, get on black people's nerves, he'll do it. And nobody told him that. He gonna find that out in time. He be like, oh man, I went on this dude's podcast, and he brought up my friend, and I'm thinking this is a cool just conversation, genuine dude, and I'm over here you know with a wannabe neo Nazi type of guy, you know, just a passive aggressive version. And then you had Shannon Sharp respond. And the one thing I did say, I was like, Shannon Sharp and Ray probably gonna be friends again because they really didn't say nothing disrespectful. They chose their words very carefully. But people gonna read into it whatever they want to read into it, and it's always gonna be negative because they want a negative outcome. Because the negative outcome will make you viral. So now, you know, now when I'm sitting around, I'm working out, right, Charleston White. But that's what he does. You know, that's what people do. The problem with black people and the black culture and black da 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 da. It's like y'all just doing this stuff to go viral. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know he's from Iran. I know he's from Iran. You know, he's just another guy. I got a white woman. I got a white wife. Oh, I hate them. And it's like, shut up. But you wind up in this situation over and over and over and over again. And I'm sitting there like, it's to a point where, okay, all of this is to go viral. Because there is no way you will bring all of this drama into your life on a regular basis by mistake. You get what I'm saying? Because gossip moves faster than truth. Drama moves faster than, you know, just real talk. You know that already. So since you're gonna use dysfunction to go viral, and people gonna go for it for sure. Like I saw the thing. Was it? Yeah, that's it. Anything for I that appreciate you saying that. Anything for engagement. Um, I saw the thing with who was I listening to? I was working out today actually, and it's talking about a young lady was doing a Caribbean. She's talking about the Caribbean parade and Caribbean parade and the carnival, not Caribbean parade. Carnival is for Caribbeans, and everybody else is just a guest into their culture. And they were telling the lady, "Hey, listen, that's cool, but don't be in America talking about that. Like, be in the Caribbean talking like that." And same thing with the FBA, blacks, you blacks are like this, you blacks are like that. Because I saw the other thing with the African guy. Black people have no culture. And what is their culture? And then the girl started talking about hip hop. And that's like, y'all doing this stuff on purpose at this point. Y'all antagonizing people on purpose. Y'all playing these games on purpose. What's up, Encrypted Wolf? Y'all playing, y'all disrespectful on purpose. Y'all are trying to incite. The only emotion you can incite is I guess a negative emotion or to trigger somebody because it's messed up. Eric, what's happening? So you're gonna do this stuff, and here's where it goes bad. Now, when people expect it of you, and you don't, and you want to cut it off, you done. Because everybody, that like doing dysfunction just for the camera, it gets old, G. I promise you that gets old. And you got to have all that dysfunction around you. And a lot of times, the other thing about it is, a lot of what you see is people trying to bring people who are either dysfunctional or can speak for dysfunction around them to actually be a buffer. And it's like, come on, man. Like, so you gonna make up some dysfunction for the camera to go viral too. You know, yeah, that's crazy. It's true like that, Stoic. That's crazy. And the other thing, like, I was online, and it was two separate things. Like, I forgot these young ladies' name. Like, the coolest thing I saw probably in the last few days. I was on Instagram, and I be looking for funny stuff. Like, a lot of times I look for funny stuff because I'm trolling my friends, looking at things that make you laugh. But I saw a few videos. It was a young lady it was two young women who were dancing, two young black women who were dancing, and both of them had cancer. But they kept dancing. One girl was dancing, she was in the videos. One girl was dancing, like she's in a house and all that, and another girl was like dancing in a room, in a home, and like in the hospital. And they were doing what they love, even being sick. And I was like, that's the type of stuff that should go viral. That's the type of stuff that people should see. Like, those people are real inspirations just in life. But what people see more so is, you know, Young Thug on the phone. Like, it's like, come on, G. So now it makes me look at it. When you put it up to something else, it's like, how is this more viral than that? Like, this is actually something good to see in life. That is something that's ridiculous. And the crazy part about it is, as much as I look for funny stuff in my algorithm, the dysfunction gonna pop up. The dysfunction is gonna keep popping up and popping up and popping up. Well, you know, yeah, yeah. Don't nobody want to hear about that. You get what I'm saying? We don't, and even like saying that, even when it come to crypto, right? Just talking about that, like Bitboy became the face of crypto in a sense because of all of his dysfunction, because that was always going viral to the point where he wound up getting himself put in jail or a mental institution. And you see other people, you know, their channels weren't as big because it wasn't as drama filled. You know, I get it, Wolf. Like that's the, you know, you try to. I try to, you try to get funny stuff, try to get stuff to make you laugh, try to just heartfelt stuff, but it don't come up like that. It don't come up like that. You want to go viral, you got to do something crazy and dysfunctional. And it's not like you don't come across the dysfunctional stuff, because you do. The fact of the matter is just, if I'm looking for something funny and inspirational, if it feels like, I gotta say that, it feels like, the algorithm gonna bring the dysfunction to hide the good stuff. And it's like, yo, I don't want to see this shit. I don't want to see that shit. I don't want to see that shit. Like, I found this, and this is the type of stuff I want to see. So, whew. So now we're, for me, it's like, this is where we're at. You know, uh, it's messed up, but you know, people wanted to talk bad about, from the NFL draft to now. People still tripping about Shador, right? It's tripping about Shiloh. I hope Shiloh winds up somewhere. He's an aggressive player. He can make plays. It might not be the best cover, but you put him in the box, he gonna do some damage. But the negativity, I want to stick it to Prime, I want to stick it to Dion, I want to, and let me rewind this, because I said this way. All of the negativity, like people like Jason Whitlock had for Deion Sanders and his kids, you notice that came to a head when was it Nick Fuentes was like, "You're just a token Negro." Not all of a sudden, yeah, the hate for black people ain't as prevalent, but the season ain't start yet, so you got to give them a chance. You get what I'm saying? You know, yeah, like, and that, look, even with Arch Manning, when I saw the game, I expected that. He said both of them welcome to cover the Chiefs. Arch Manning, that's negative press. Like, people tripping. Well, I saw people tripping on him, but it's like, yeah, man, it's the first game of the year. Usually, the best, he wasn't the only team that got upset. Clemson lost to LSU, and before the games, I was at work talking about both of them. I was like, listen, the prime game for a team to get upset that's ranked against a lower ranked team is the first game of the year. That's a prime example. First game of the year. But people won't go with the negative, because you ain't gonna come out guns blazing. That's why them schools play. That's why them top ranked schools play somebody that don't nobody ever see, to beat the brakes off of them, to get the kinks out, and to start slowly, playing people better, who have better records and better skills, so they could be actually ready to play by then. But the negativity is just gonna be all day, all day, all day. Like, Arch Man, he's the sorriest man, and it's like, bro, he only played one game. Relax, G. If he terrible the whole season, then it's another story. And I highly doubt that'll happen. Oh, he's not. Shador is never gonna be in. No, he'll never be an understudy to Mahomes. He ain't never playing if you playing behind Mahomes. You never get in the game. Nobody wants to be a backup to Mahomes if you got any want to be a starter. Any hopes to be a starter. Now here's The other thing about the, and now I guess we about to go down the rabbit hole of real talk. So shout out to Mr. Z when it was talking about some of the sisters was mad that Travis Kelsey got engaged to Taylor Swift, and it became a, the swirlers lost racial thing. And part of me goes, yeah, that makes sense. That would happen. The other part of me goes, sometimes you folks getting on social media and saying stupid stuff on something that's a current event on purpose in hopes to go viral because, you know, this is my big chance. It's like, bro, that's stupid. I'm not gonna say, I've talked about a lot of current events. I've done a lot of dumb stuff online too. So I'm not finna sit here as a perfect person because that's not me. But it's getting to the point where it's so predictable, and what you're gonna say is so predictable because so many people have done it. So many people have done it, and they have their talking points down. And this is how I'm a fake like I'm crashing out online, and these are the keywords, and these are the dog whistles, and it's like, bruh, now I can't. Now I'm looking at it like, okay, this is not real. It's just dysfunction to go viral. That's it. You know, so it's really not a. It don't even have to be a new fresh spin. It ain't even authentic to you. You just gonna say what they would say what you think they would say what you think they would say what you think they would say, do what you think they would do what you think they would do what you think they would do. And they're like, yeah, see, hit go. Now we going viral. And it's like, oh my fucking God. And for me, that's why I say sometimes when I'm listening, watching stuff and listening to stuff on social media, it, like I have to listen to. I got to tune a lot of that shit out, especially the negative stuff. I can't listen to it for more than 5 minutes because I'm like, man, here we go again. Because I don't think it's real at all, whatsoever. And I'm gonna tell you one of the meanest, coldest reasons that I think that. There are so many people on social media now, young and old, who look at social media as a way to make money. So it's just if I copy and paste what all of these people are doing my way, you know, I should go as viral as them. And then it becomes okay, all right, so excuse me, it's a bunch of different versions of the same people over and over and over and over again. The same people, the same conversations. And not just the same conversations. Unfortunately, even the responses are the same. You get what I'm saying? The responses, if you're interacting with a person, the responses are the same now. It's all queued up. It's all queued up. you know, ask this question here, get emotional here, cry right here. Ask this question here, get emotional here, get mean right here. Ask this question, get emotional here. Go off right here. And go off in this particular way, cry in this particular way, get mean in this particular way. It's like, bro, this is to say, what we talking about? It's like it doesn't matter what we talking about because as long as it's dysfunctional, we got a way to go about it. So now it's like, yeah, you right, like, so it's like a teleprompter to me too. It's like, oh, here we go. Here come the words. I'm a this and I'm that and da 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 and they're this and this made me feel like this and I'm a this and they that and da 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 da. It's like, okay, and if it's something bad, oh, this is over for them and they'll never recover ever again in life, and it's like, okay, bro, all right. So now this is just a ploy. Like you got You do it in categories. You got your Stephen A. Smith type of people who gonna go off and go loud. That's a category in social media. You get what I'm saying? You got your mean spirited people who do the political commentary. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the people who create conflict and then they act like, I don't know, I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know. I didn't know it was gonna be like that. And then you got the people who they get emotional and they crying. And you're like, wait, like I don't what exactly is this about though? And so now it's hard to actually say people are coming from a real place, having a real conversation, a real place, going through a real situation, because it comes off as reality TV. It's all scripted. Yo, Dante, you never lie. Well, I did a fantasy. Yesterday I did 2 fantasy football drafts. I'm gonna watch games and talk trash to my friends and coworkers. I'm like, I'm just being a league clowning. I don't even keep up with the players like that. But it becomes an issue, and you know, here's part of the thing that I'm starting to just take into consideration. I think, and people are living vicariously through people in social media and the conversations in social media. And, well, I did say it's about to get some real talk, so let me put this down right here, put this right here. You're gonna get to this conversation right here. So this is what I mean. Let's talk about people who are in the relationship sector, right? This is how it comes off. You on camera, talking about relationships, but not really want relationships. But people want somebody, and then people find it every way to disqualify somebody, but they want somebody. So it's this pull, it's this tug of war between, I really just want to have a conversation about relationships all the time because it can go viral, but I don't want to be in relationships because if I'm in relationships, I don't think I'll be viral no more. I.e., people are basically R&B singers in the 60s, 70s, 80s, and 90s. Like, if you with somebody, don't tell the world because you singing all this love music. But if people think you singing this and you married, you killing the fantasy. So it's that type of thing. So even when you see the flip side of it, where people have all these expectations and, unrealistic expectations. The unrealistic expectations are there because, if you don't fulfill them unrealistic expectations, J. Rel, who is that, by the way? See, I didn't even know, like, I saw that name somewhere, but I don't even know who that is. Hey man, there you go. Hey, I'm not surprised with the Paul Pierce thing. I'm not surprised, but it's like, hey man, like let's just be honest. Like there is no honesty in the sense of let's do this, but this is for show because this can make money. You know what I'm saying? That's all it is. When I look at the political stuff, people talking politics, I still think it's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. It's like, okay, let's talk politics, and we're really not talking politics. We're either going to talk about race or sexuality, and we're going to wrap that up in politics and say we're talking about politics. And how can I say this? Um, we're gonna wrap it up in politics, but to 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 say my side is functional, so agree with my side of the political spectrum, and that side is dysfunctional. And if you agree with them, you're dysfunctional. So we're gonna go viral saying them people over there crazy. And like I was, what was I? Going to the gym this morning, but I forgot it was Monday. I heard Roland Martin on Ricky Smiley Morning Show, and he was talking about politics, of course, but he was like, and I don't want to talk about these people on YouTube, telling people not to vote and this, that, and the third. And I thought about it, and I said, man, but then he paused and he said something, which that means he listened to people on YouTube. He said, these people on YouTube are telling people not to vote or don't worry about voting, and he felt that was stupid. And then he said, but they also said the Republicans, even though they're out of pocket, let's just say that, at least they do what they say they're gonna do, even when they out of pocket, and even when they out of pocket in the beginning. And he said, but the one thing I can say about these people, they are saying that when the Democrats say they're gonna do something, they don't do it all the time. And I'm like, I actually, Frame Run, I talked about that in the beginning. I'll bring it back up in a second because it's something that I'm gonna get into that about too. So when he was talking about it, he said, yeah, they kind of, the Democrats don't do what they say they're gonna do. And it's like, here's where you're not having a honest conversation. You're like, George, what I'm about to tell you, you ain't gonna like, fam. Like, so okay, I'm gonna get into both of those things. I'm gonna spin off and I'm gonna come back. I ain't feel like cooking today. Labor Day, I don't barbecue, forget all that. So I took my wife out to eat, and we were talking about relationships. Man, Frame Runner things, but it's all love. He was talking about relationships, and one thing I said, look, a lot of times, like, there's a thing where people out here, it's not necessarily that they want a roster. I'm chuckling because I'm about to be messed up. They want somebody, and they want the opportunity to have somebody else. You get what I'm saying? And that's what the roster's for. I would like this person, but I want to have the opportunity to see if I could find somebody better than this person, but still be with this person. And we were at a point where the people who are doing that never find anybody. So expanding on that, my wife was like, have you ever been in that situation? I was like, yeah. And I was trying to tell, I said, I didn't care. When I was younger and I was single, I didn't care if you go, look, man, I like you, but I don't know if we could, I'm gonna see if I like other people. It's like, okay, cool, fine. Because what I said at the end of the day, I said I learned a long time ago, people who really don't know what they want, if you're single and they single, they have a way of circling back to people. So even if you have a roster of people, usually these people don't necessarily have a real roster. What it is they met this person and they was cool, but they didn't pick that person. So they was for the streets, but that person was still cool. So they went to the streets and they met some other people along the way, and that didn't work out. They might have met another cool person, and they went to them, and then, they circled, and when and that fizzled a little bit. They went back to the person, and then there was another person. I was like, so it ain't. So for some people, they think it's random. People, when you young, you looking for people. The older you get, you know who these people are, and you bouncing around when everybody's single. Like I was hollering, but we ain't really do nothing. You know, a year later, that's how people watching people on social media. You know, oh, they single again. Okay, I'm gonna holler at them, and they single. I'm gonna holler at them too. Man, I really like them, but now they taken now. Oh, they got married. Oh, she like girls now. Well, yeah, I'll wait until they fall out. It's that type of thing. And you see all of that getting, you like, man, they like them and they like them. No, they've been knowing them people for years. The people you started dating, let's just say from 22 to 35, I guarantee you 36 and up, you just circulating through people you already knew. You know. The passport thing ain't really, I ain't gonna front. Like, the passport thing is cool, but some of these guys, they really not. You go into countries and you meeting women, and they're fun. They're fun. They're fine. They're fun. But in all honesty, you could meet them chicks closer to America. Sounds weird, but you could. Like, I know it's like, if you live in an international city, you don't need a passport to find chicks. You really don't. But if you don't live in an international city, you don't need to just go to an international city to meet the chicks. It'll save you. It might, depending on how far you're going. Sometimes it's where you're going. So what I mean is, international cities are like, yeah, some of them are game goofy tricks too, but like international cities, L.A., New York, Miami, Chicago, here in Houston, it's like international cities. You get what I'm saying? So the population's diverse anyways. So Toronto, like you going out the country, but you go to Toronto, that's everybody likes Toronto. Hey, it is what it is. But if you're going to have fun, because Vegas dying, as you can see. So people used to be able to go to Vegas because Vegas was like an international city, because people from all over the world would come to Vegas to gamble. So as Vegas was dying out, it killed the international part. You go to New Orleans for Mardi Gras, it's an international city. You get what I'm saying? You go to New York for certain parades, it's an international city. It's already an international city, but it's an international city. Yeah, Vegas did price themselves out. Right. They there. Yeah, I said Dubai, jeez. Yeah, but people get like, you build a city for the rich, it's only gonna be for the rich. That's why America's dying. America wanted to cater to the rich, and the rich are a minority population. The rich gonna be at most 5 to 10% of your population. You cater to them, you skip out on 90 to 95% of the rest of the country. I mean, it's all right. Dallas is more of an international city. That's not. Dallas is dope. I ain't gonna look. Let me tell y'all something. This died. The nightclub scene is dead. But I'm not gonna lie. When I was in my 20s, like the 2000s, the 99 to the 2000s, Dallas was fire. Dallas had some of the finest women. Dallas clubs was crazy. Like Dallas, the club scene in the 2000s was crazy. And I gotta admit, Dallas was on point, boy. Dallas was just legit. But as the club scene died everywhere, that vibe died. That vibe died. But I'm gonna get to you with the thing frame runner. So to go back even with the topic, right? It was pop. Like, you know, Kentucky is. Yeah, I can see that. The closest you got to popping is probably like Cincinnati or something. Because depends on where you at in Kentucky. Because you go to Indianapolis if you like Louis, close to Louisville, but Indianapolis ain't really popping like that. Usually for the Black Expo or something. But other than that, it's not really popping like that. So, Cincinnati is probably the closest you're going to get to consistency. Nobody really likes Cleveland. So, yeah, G. You go to Detroit to go to Canada, maybe. Yeah, I get it, bro. I get it. So some of y'all don't know, like in certain parts of Kentucky, people live in Kentucky and they work in Cincinnati. So, it's like a slow life, faster life type of situation. But it depends on where you at in Kentucky. Yes, Jesus, I get it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean Houston got a lot of black business. I think the only difference between, you know what, I'm about to dish you, man. I ain't worried about Dallas. Dallas is delusional just because they Cowboys fans. And guess what? There you go. Dysfunction to go viral. Nobody believes anything about Dallas because of Cowboys fans. Nutcases. But don't cuss me out too bad, Lamar. But going back, frame running to part of this dysfunction, we was talking about the Brittany Renner thing. I want y'all to peep something. If y'all ever see this, what was weird about that Brittany Renner thing was the argument was so typical. It was so baby mama stereotypical. I'm trying to create conflict so we can go to court and I can go to the judge and I can play Karen and yada yada yada. Yeah, okay. You say Houston burning. I mean, Dallas ain't burning because it's a lot of Brokeback Mountain. It's more Brokeback Mountain in Dallas than it is Houston. So hey, so, yeah. So that y'all race ain't coming out just yet. But what y'all gonna notice is there's some of those things where they start revealing that PJ Washington was there with his wife. Austin is. Austin is. I'm gonna finish this thing about PJ Washington first. I'm gonna explain Austin, in my opinion. So the wife gets on social media and says she bought her husband a Rolls Royce Cullinan and put it on social media as like, look, you know what? Let me buy my husband something. And it's like, yo, let me explain something to you. If your husband is rich and you married your husband, he was rich when you met him, but before you met him, when you met him, and while he met him, 9 times out of 10, everything you buy him expensive is with his own money. But what's bad is you put it on the internet because he was getting into it with her. So you basically bought a Rolls Royce Cullinan to let her know y'all rich. For what? He was already in like $100,000 car. You know what I'm saying? That's what I mean by dysfunction. Doing dysfunction to go viral. Because now, let's show the world. We out here with a Rolls Royce. We picked the baby up in an Escalade, but we got to get the Rolls. Man, don't do that. You wasted $500,000 for look like a janky, what was that? America's, when they had the videos, the video thing, America's Funniest Home Videos. Forget all that. Now getting back to the Austin thing. Austin, a college town, But Austin, Austin is basically sandwiched between Houston and Dallas. That's his issue. You know, San Antonio, you know, Austin is the only. Think about it. Austin is the only major city that, well, Austin is looked at as a major city, but it doesn't have a pro team. Houston got a pro team, Dallas got a pro team, and I just say team, it's teams. But San Antonio got a pro team, you know what I'm saying? And Austin is like in the middle of that. So it's like, you're driving, you get what I'm saying? Like you gonna have to drive to get some action. And it's a college town, so it's some college stuff going down too. You know, but there's colleges in Dallas, there's colleges in Houston. U of H, Rice, TSU, all really in the city. Dallas, SMU, God damn, it's a few in Dallas. God dog it. I forgot the name of another one. It's, but Dallas got a few colleges. You get what I'm saying? Dallas got a few colleges. The Longhorns is not a pro team, G. You know. The Longhorns, they treat it like that, but you know, you better ask a person. Even actually Lamar, he'd be like, listen, do you want to go to Longhorns game or do you want to go to Cowboys game? Cowboys gonna win every doggone time. Every doggone time. Sam Houston. I thought Sam Houston State was in like Nacogdoches or something. Which one is that? Which one is that? One's in Nacogdoches. Is it Sam Houston or because I think Sam Houston's the Lumberjacks. Like it's not. That's not actually in Dallas. I want to say it's Sam Houston. I could be wrong. I had a friend that went to one of those joints. But getting back, let me get back on the topic. This dysfunction, like even, I'm gonna just use us as black folks, right? You know, go for, yeah. Oh, boy, hey man, I ain't gonna get into that. This is a Catholic school, like, but even when you get on YouTube and social media, when it gets to black people and black culture, which if you notice, there's no nice way to say what I'm about to say. The most ignorant motherfuckers are ignorant, go viral for being ignorant motherfuckers. And then the same ignorant motherfuckers that'll tell you everything that's wrong with black culture. And it's like, bitch, what's wrong with it is you. You talking about you. You like, you as ignorant as they come. You as wild as they come. You as dysfunctional as they come. And you on social media exhibiting all of that. Thanks. You know, you all of that. But then 1 minute, you know, I'm being ignorant to and I'm not just, I know Charleston White said that before, but you know, but he ain't the only one that's a normal thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a normal thing. People play that role with, oh man, you know, I gotta get like that to get to the people. I mean, there's some truth to that. But really, you know, for people who don't who might not like to hear this, a lot of time niggas is ignorant and niggas is speaking to other ignorant niggas because they know ignorant niggas got a lot of time on their hands. so they into a whole bunch of gossip and a whole bunch of BS, and they gonna spread the bullshit faster because they ain't got nothing but time, and they like bullshit and they gossip like bitches. And then when you get all the ignorant all of them together, then you go, oh, you see how these black people act? It's like, they act like you. You know, some people or like Charleston White, where you know I'm ignorant and then I'm intellectual, and I look ignorant and I look ignorant and then I act intellectual. And some people act intellectual, but they're ignorant as hell. And they're like, I don't look ignorant, but your life say you ignorant as hell. You know, yeah, exactly. So like, it's black people. No, G, no, no, G, cause no, don't normal black people don't make a stripper sleep with their teenage son. That ain't normal black people. Normal black people ain't walking around getting high in front of their kids. That ain't normal black people. That ain't normal black. But that's you. It's that thing that keeps happening over and over and over again. But that ignorant shit go viral. But see, and I say it this way, even when it comes to when people talk about black folks, and it's the music, right? Uh, if you notice, the music ain't really popping like that. The music is ignorant as shit, but there ain't really no damn summer anthem. They ain't really like there's not an album like these albums don't even last. They don't even last a month because they don't have staying power. You know what I'm saying? Like, motherfucker drop an album this week. People might listen to a couple songs. Next week, somebody drops something. The week after that, somebody drops something. And none of it, like, people don't go, I've been listening to this for the last 3 months. Yeah, exactly. I've been listening to this for so when people talk, oh, it's the culture and the culture is this and the culture is that, like, the culture don't even, the culture of rap fans don't even listen to rap like that no more. That should let you know something. It ain't even, nah, I don't know what it went, but it's gone bad. People thought it was gonna live, like, the level of ability has went down. Like, when I listen to the Clips album, I'm like, them motherfuckers, they could rap. They could rap. But I made fun of the album before I listened to it with my coworkers. I was like, man, I'm not finna listen to this Negro talk about cocaine all damn day like he always do. It was like, nah, it's some other stuff in there. So the other stuff was kind of dope. Them they could rap. They could rap their ass off. But I'm not about to sit here and lie to you. I don't know the last album I listened to prior to that Clips album. I've tried. I've never listened to a whole song. What was it? Big triple, was it the plug? I said Big J triple. I'm about to say Big J triple X, but the dude, I'm the biggest, the largest. I ain't even listened to that whole damn song yet. Obviously, people like him. Obviously, he got a dope voice. He got a dope flow, but I ain't listening to nothing. And when I say I'm a damn rap fan. And it got so bad, I just like, man, I can't listen to none of this shit. So I say that because the dysfunction made it, people are more worried about the dysfunction going viral than the actual music. So it's like, man, now we doing this, we doing this thing where, the crash out matters. Oh, such and such got killed, such and such died, such and such. It's like, bro, let's drop. All right, Joey, but like, I was about to, basically, because I guess in this generation, I was saying the last 10, 15 years, The top one was what? Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, and Tyler the Creator, really. I might be missing somebody, but I think that was the generation. You know, those four. And everything else is like, and I don't listen to hardly any of that shit. NBA YoungBoy got the NBA YoungBoy. I mean, NBA YoungBoy wag as hell. I'm gonna just be honest, but he wag as hell. He wag as hell. But you right, they got them young kids in the chokehold. I just I've listened to a song or two. It just sounds like a whiny, angry kid who needs to get his ass whipped. You know. Uh, who else have I listened to? I think like even though he in jail, I think Tory Lane's talented as hell. But it is what it is with him. Uh, who else can I? Kevin Gates. I think he just weirdo. I got you. That nigga, I don't know what the fuck that nigga. He a fucking weirdo. NLE Chopper can't rap. To me, like it's just, you know, like I just think the whole industry is like offbeat. You know what I'm saying? They just offbeat. And I knew it was offbeat when I started hearing like Nas, who picks. Sometimes Nas always wasn't the best beat picker. And Kanye West ain't fall off. He ain't fall off. He been rapping for 20 fucking years. Most artists don't make a great album after 10, 12 years. That's just how it go. But when you think of certain people as artists in their career, Kanye, you could think of classic albums with an S. With an S. You could, if you want to say three of the first five, four of the first five, all classic albums. That's enough. That's enough in itself. You know what I'm saying? That's enough. It's like, cool. Yeah, that's what I think. That era's over with. It's just like, but these niggas, Jesus, you know. But I've listened to other people and like I'm a rap fan. Like I saw a thing on Eminem. I could tell y'all the truth, like Eminem. Like Eminem's, in my opinion, Eminem's best album. Eminem really wasn't making great albums until this third album. The first two wasn't good albums. They had great songs on them, but they wasn't good albums. Kind of like Ludacris. Ludacris, his first couple albums, they had good songs on them, but you couldn't listen to the whole damn album. Like 3-4 songs was killing. The rest of it, like, whatever, my nigga. You know. But now, I don't think you can listen to, an album now. Like the Clips thing, that's why I liked it, because I could actually listen to the whole album. But listen to I got a thing with Dallas rappers, dog. Them niggas are fucking weirdos, man. Let me get a fade with a shag. Let me do a little, weirdo bop dance. I'm a thug, but I dance like, a hardcore, like I could have been a stripper at a prison type shit. Them niggas be killing me, G. They be killing me. And I got some cool people from Dallas, but I be like, y'all some fucking weirdos, man. He said drop shags go crazy. No, they don't, nigga. No, they don't. No, that shit dope. It- it- you know, they got their own style, they got their own swag, but golly, them some young looking, old, out of place. Anyway, that look, if y'all don't know, Dallas got its own culture. Like, you know how they say it's black people ain't got a culture. We got cultures in every city, and Dallas got its own culture. Dallas is where you go, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck is this dude wearing? What is these niggas doing? Dallas is different. It's fucking different. Cool, but yeah, it ain't my style, G. But I had, you see, yeah, Outkast dope, yeah. Like, I was using the hip hop as a reference though, but like, we don't gravitate to hip hop as much anymore. And just like, that's why you see these guys doing all this damn country music, because they feel it's fucked up to say it. People are using country music as a way to express themselves because they feel like they can't do it in rap or in R&B, because there ain't no fucking R&B really either. You get what I'm saying? So it's like black expression is dead. So you got to do fucking country music to actually express some deeper feelings. And the reason is because rap, hip hop, and R&B is just oversaturated with people whining about bullshit. It's nothing really, it's nothing really real. A lot of y'all my feelings is hurt because these bitches ain't on me. My feelings is hurt because I'm dating a nigga who been cheating on me. It's like, so basically, but you like hoes and you like hoe ass niggas. So what the fuck is you crying about? I'm out here alone and struggling in the world because I'm out in the streets. And I'm in the streets, or I'm in the gang, or I'm in the dope game, or I'm in the streets, and it ain't, it ain't no love out here. Bitch, it's at the streets. It's never been no love in the streets. You stupid for getting in the streets and looking for love. That's dumb. So people are doing dumb shit and singing about dumb shit and whining that the dumb shit is dumb shit. It's like, bro, we ain't got time for that. We ain't got time for that. Y'all might as well make a song about taking your girl to, taking your girl or your guy to a swingers club and watching somebody else bang the shit out of them like you never could. And, oh, hurt my feelings. I took my baby to a swingers club and he was dropping it down on her. I can't take this. It's like, that's what your song about? Maybe you didn't think, I thought I was going to take her to the swingers club and I was going to smash everything in there and be cool. And I'm watching her just get demolished and I'm traumatized. It's like, man, shut up. Shut up. It don't make sense. I took my girlfriend to race cars, and we wrecked the car, and I'm crying about it. You crying about it because you went to race cars and you wrecked the car? Who fault is that? You shouldn't have raced the car. That happens. Car wrecks, but it ain't supposed to happen to me. Let's sing a song about how this is wrong. Man, shut your dumb ass up. And people are, and that's why I said, like, people are filming this dysfunction, and they're they're trying to monetize this dysfunction. So I don't believe it after time, Right. There you go. Yeah, they're depressed, heartbroken, or a serial killer. It don't make no fucking sense. It don't make no fucking sense. All the niggas who serial killers weigh 132 pounds and they 5'11". All the niggas who heartbroken and depressed, for some odd reason, are 327 pounds and morbidly obese. I kind of figured out what's wrong, G. I kind of figure I know why you depressed and I know why you a serial killer, and both of them, are dumb as hell. Like no, you think why these girls don't like me? Cause you fat as hell. I want to kill everybody. I bet you do. You been playing video games. You didn't play sports. You didn't learn nothing in school. And now you mad at the world. I got a gun on me. Oh, okay, that's nice. That's nice. So you want to kill the world because, you know, you didn't want to. You didn't want to learn or work out. So you mad. Okay, whatever. It ain't nobody else's fault. I feel bad for a person like Dave Blunt. He ain't gonna make it that long. And what happens when you run out of and the funny part about that's that the cats walk around with big coats in the summertime. What happened? Like you see it coming a mile away. You're like, man, I'm not hanging around you fools. So now all you people that's in the coach, y'all gonna all be together. Y'all go handle that. Like I'm glad that the ski mask season is pretty much over. The Colts actually the Colts is slightly coming to an end. With the Nike Tech, it's slowly coming to an end. The Bonnets is next. The Bonnets is next. And whether you like to admit it or not, what's gonna be after that? I think the tattoo's about to be over too. I think the tattoo's about to be over because now, like, people are starting to realize they done tatted up their whole body for nothing. The shit ain't cool no more. The shit there ain't no make sense. Don't nobody want to hear your dumbass story about this mean this and that one mean that and this cause I did this and that one is cause of this. It's like nobody give a fuck. I got a bike on my leg cause I rode bikes as a child. Shut up. We think he said, what I think. That's part of the dysfunction, man. You said, like, what do I think about the girls twerking on their pages? It ain't just girls twerking on their page. Girls, IG, TikTok, YouTube not so much because they used to do that on YouTube. That's all advertisement to go viral. I'm working out. Let me show you some ass. You know what I'm saying? I'm cooking. Let me show you some ass. I got a new outfit. Let me show you some ass. I'm on vacation. Let me show you some ass. Okay. All right. I took my kid. I said, it's my kid's first game in Little League. Let me show you some ass. Like, okay, I get it. It goes viral. That's good. No shiesties in here. Yeah. Oh, you keep walking in stores with a ski mask on. Of course that's corner store 101. Oh, you trying to rob us? Yeah, try on halls. It's like, yeah. Guys, all the twerking is just, the thing about the twerking that's funny to me is it ain't even always twerking. It's just the revealing clothes. The funny thing is I know they getting a shitload of DMs. Like that's what cracks me up. Like sometimes you see people and you're like, yeah, I know people trying to holler at them. And it's like, damn, you on social media so long, and the question becomes, it's the same thing with them. Like, I know you looking for somebody because you advertising like a motherfucker. And then you got the people who they doing more than twerking per se. It's always sexually suggestive. And it's like, okay, You sexually suggested for views, but I mean, so you mean to tell me you doing it for the gram all the time? All the time? Like, goddamn. What are you doing in real life? And that becomes an issue. But, you know, you're doing it on purpose. You know, the one thing I will say, I'm glad that people with kids are starting to at least be more, it's starting to be classier than they used to be. Yeah, it is corner store 101, dog. You don't walk in no damn corner store, no god, no damn. Let me go get some chips. Let me get some chips and some candy and a Sprite. Let me put this ski mask on for that. And if you don't get your ass out this damn store, I don't understand. They tripping. No, you tripping. What the fuck is wrong with you? It's July, and you walked in the corner store with a ski mask on. If you don't get your goofy ass out of here, you know, and that becomes part of the issue a lot of times. Like people don't want to say this, but a lot of times, even with this dysfunction, we're gonna have to like I might have to start doing it. We gotta start confronting some of these people with this dumb shit. Like, bro, that's dumb shit. You know, because people do dumb shit all the time. No, it's not dumb. It's dumb. It's definitely dumb. There's no fucking way in hell that's not dumb. You know, think about it. I'm about to run. So let me just do this in an overarching way. You know how people get on, they get on social media, and I'm saying they doing dysfunctional stuff on purpose to go viral. But those same people normally, they hit a stretch where they start venting like, man, this is messed up. Life is messed up. I wish things were different. Yada yada yada. I wish people were different. And it's like, oh, this is part of the game. You do dysfunctional shit to go viral. You get views doing dysfunctional shit. You keep doing dysfunctional shit to keep people's attention, and then you're surrounded by dysfunction, and then it gets to you. You have a little breakdown, like, you know, like, this is not the life that I want or the life that I live. This is not me. And then you try to suck people back in. I guess I'll say pause to go, oh man, that's a good person, and then you go right back to the dysfunction and do it all over again. You know. Because, man, bro, I hate to say that stoic, but ain't nobody worried about, like, me and Solo would talk about this, and I would tell him, I said, you know what? Most people won't be able to afford a lot of crypto, even if it's affordable, when it's affordable because of inflation. And he's like, you think? And I was telling him, I said, man, think about it. When the price of everything go up, it puts a squeeze on everybody, and you hear a lot of grown folks and young folks, grown adults, and young adults talking about how, you know, money's tight. So a lot of people, you're gonna have to really make a sacrifice to invest in crypto in general. You get what I'm saying? Because people aren't thinking. You're right. People ain't thinking about it now. People was thinking about it a few years ago when the runs was happening, right before during COVID. You know what I'm saying? Right, and it was like, oh, this shit running, but then it stopped. You know, because I remember, like, you know, I got XRP. I had got XRP the first time before the SEC. Before the SEC case, when they stop you from buying it. I got it before the case started. And you know, it didn't do nothing. It was dormant for years because of that case. And then when the case finished, then they made it available again. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these people, man, you're right. But even when it comes to these people with cryptocurrency, if it runs again and people make money, you know, I tell Solo, what's the first thing you get? Guns, get guns, because we seen it too many times. These cats get money from crypto, and the first thing they dumbass do is get on social media and try to tell the world they rich. That's the first thing they do. Going right back to this topic, dysfunction. You know, doing this, being dysfunctional to go viral. They get out, oh, I got money, I got this, I got a new car with a new car, and I got a new this, and I'm going here, and I live here, and I'm going vacation here, and look at me eat at this restaurant. Oh, bitch, you about to be robbed. You about to be robbed. You letting the whole world know everywhere you at, every move you make, you rich over there, you about to get robbed, G. You about to get robbed. Like, I don't understand what happened. I do. I don't see what happened. I know. You let them know what restaurant you was at while you was there, because they had to see. You had to let them know you bought this jewelry. If you one of them people, you had to let them know I got this car, that car. Look at my car. It had to be a flashy ass car. Everybody got to see you. You had to let everybody know you was in this country and that country and when you was there. Oh hell yeah, you about to get robbed. You know, it's messed up, but I got you. You know, he said, it ain't like I'm gonna be fair, Pat, I'm gonna be fair with this, man. Even the women that get on the internet for attention, they're on the internet because niggas on the internet giving attention. Ain't nothing wrong with beautiful women and being attracted to beautiful women, but these guys, they want it. The women know they gonna get the attention, and the guys gonna give it. It's like and they getting that attention for views. They're trying to get paid off of that attention, and some of them are. Some of them are, and and they go. And some of these guys, like, think about it. When it comes to that, if you get on social media, it's women who getting attention for being overly sexual. You get women that's being attention for being fitness and showing sexuality. You getting women who are just doing softcore porn. You got actual women who do porn, on social media. Like, you got strippers and, using it to kind of be, to promote. You got women who prostituting themselves. All of that is got people. It's because people are participating in that. People are participating in that. You can't be saying these chicks is hoes and being in their DM. Oh, she's a hoe. Oh, but you look so fine. Like, you tripping now. You tripping now. But let me, I'm tripping now. Let me get my punk ass out of here. Because I got so I can do some other shit tonight. But I was talking about other stuff, but I went into something else. So I appreciate y'all. Like, share, subscribe. I'll catch y'all on the next one, man. Peace.